fellow tzaddikim and tzaddikim from around the entire world. Today I have the privilege to be interviewing Rabbi YY Jacobson. Rabbi YY, how you doing?
Wonderful. It's a privilege and honor to be on your extraordinary show.
Amazing. All right. Can you please share with us a little bit about yourself, your hobbies? What do you enjoy doing? Let's hear.
I was born in 1972 in Brooklyn, New York. I live today in Rockland County in Muncie. And I love learning. I love thinking sometimes. I love not thinking sometimes. I love teaching, writing, communicating, and teaching Torah to Jews from all backgrounds.
That's beautiful. All right. So most people know you as world-renowned Rabbi YY Jacobson, a speaker, who knows everything. How in the world did you become a speaker? What's the story behind you?
An interesting question. It actually happened by mistake. Well, nothing happens by mistake, but when I was growing up, I didn't see myself as a future speaker. But what happened was, when I was young, I joined a team of what's called Chayzrim. Chayzrim were oral scribes of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, people who were in charge to memorize and transcribe the Rebbe's talks on Shabbos and holidays for publication, because there were no recording devices used. So I joined that team. So I would give over to people the Rebbe's teachings, the Rebbe's talks, the Rebbe's discourses. And then later, as I got older, I got a request from one place and another place to come speak, to come share. And I guess the people liked it. And like a snowball, it, evolved and developed, and the rest is history.
That's crazy. When did you start creating inspirational videos and speaking on stage?
So things began to develop. I started to travel. I started to travel to communities, to shuls, sometimes to schools, universities, Jewish centers, just invitations to all types of communities. And, one thing brought another thing, and one person tells a friend, and a friend tells a friend. Then I realized, the need to be able to use the technology and the power to be able to use technology, because I was feeling bad, because I would go, let's say, to Toronto or to Melbourne, Australia, or to Sydney, Australia, to Johannesburg. And then it was beautiful, but I came home and it was all over. So I thought, what if I can create, it wasn't so popular yet, what if I can create, a web presence where all the classes can be stored, all the videos can be stored, people could start learning, people could use it as a resource, and we could do things every week and create curriculums. So I created the yeshiva.net and started to have weekly classes there with source sheets so people could prepare their own classes. And we did live events and non-live events. And that just became, a platform to start developing videos, and people started to learn and come and comment and send to their friends, and it was very successful. Then Corona hit. And when Corona hit, I realized immediately that all of my classes and all of my trips and all of my speaking engagements are going to stop at once. So I remember this day, or the next day, I called in my tech people and I said, listen, set me up at home, and we're going to start having all the classes from the house. And that's when I realized how people are home, and they were home for more than a year, but they were craving to learn and to get awareness and healing and to find comfort. And people were going through difficult situations between the tragedies and the illnesses and the deaths and people losing their jobs and kids out of school. So that's when really I understood that this is an opportunity from Hashem. And each one of us has a responsibility to do what we can to heal the world. And that's when I just started to unleash clips and videos, and thank God they took off.
That's so crazy. What is your most best and crazy memory throughout this whole adventure? Everything.
I don't know that I have one memory, but one thing that was very, very moving to me, and still is during the Corona, when I started to send out videos, I got many requests from families that they had members in hospitals who were very ill, had a hard time breathing. And the way to communicate with them was through tablets, through computers, through the internet, through WhatsApps, or through videos on the phones. So many people asked me to start making personalized videos for people who were not feeling well, who were struggling. And I did it. It took up a lot of time. There were also people having bar mitzvahs or bat mitzvahs, and they couldn't have parties, they couldn't have celebrations. Grooms and brides who were getting married and they couldn't have weddings because of Corona. So I would get many requests from family and friends to do special videos for them, just with a beautiful message. And I did that, I think, in the hundreds maybe. And it was very moving to be able to be there for people in that way.
Wow. What are your dreams? What's something you really, really, really want to accomplish?
There's a prophecy in Yeshaya, our Navi, our prophet Isaiah has a prophecy. Chapter 11, he speaks about a world in which Malach haaretz deis Hashem kamayim le'amatasam. The earth, the world will be filled with divine awareness, like water covers the sea. Just like water covers the sea, the world will be covered with divine awareness. I want to do my part in bringing that type of healing and awareness and unity to the whole world.
Amazing. Rabbi YY, here's where the good stuff comes in. Ready? What is a life lesson you can teach us?
A life lesson I can teach you. The most important life lesson I have found in my life is the importance of authentic and deep relationships. The Torah says it's not good for a person to be alone. So I think all of us need to invest our time and our energy to create vulnerable and deep and authentic relationships with people we can trust or a person we can trust. Because when you have those types of relationships, it changes the quality of your life forever.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, Rabbi YY, thank you so much for joining this beautiful, wonderful, and amazing Elevate Yourself interview. Guys, for more interviews and daily videos, please press the number below and have an amazing day.